Get your ass an apartment, put you inside a G-class, that's just a starter kit. Plenty things count in life, but none of them is the thought of it. New piece around my neck, his chess games. Cause shorty stay with calculated moves like Beth Harmon. Swear I'm more Purple Rain Prince than Prince Charming. Disappointment, I stay expecting it. The pessimist, gold medalists, flush the magnums just so they not collecting my specimens down. The way she with Poppy, man, you would think she's a veteran on remembrance. Cleaning lady, sweep the room daily for all the evidence of everything I ever did. Do they have a pool there? Do they have a gym there? You used to do skincare, but now you do swimwear. Your ex-roommate got a condo that's downtown, but she got no furniture in her crib. I've been there. Checkmate, even though you hate that I even check her, I still get an E for effort. Only time I played it back and forth is a Leah record. If I let you talk first and nobody is speaking second. Fluent in passive aggression, that's why you acting dismissive. Hearing me out for once will require you actually listen. Damn. Your boy is back, I never turned my back. I just slapped them, so now all that they see is my back. Say that damn Maybach Benz with me in the back. When I wasn't accurate, I still couldn't clean on my act. Whenever I tell the truth, you feel like you being attacked, but that come with being attached, so how about we leave it at that?
If you gonna waste your time, then waste your time with me. You can have all the space. It's no pressure, girl. If you got time to waste it with me.
What you doing? Where you at? Who you with? You are now tuned into the Heavy is the Crowd podcast. I'm your host, DL Malone. Artist, Most Blind. The brand, that's DelTha510. It's also a cash app if you want to throw your boy a buck. That's DelTha510. Let's go. saying? I've been given a foundation, a resource, and a platform to express my thoughts and opinions based upon my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of this life here. All men were created equal in my belief. But we don't think, nor are we all treated equally. And my intent is to gain and deliver knowledge to those in earshot. Shout out to my main man, number 5, for blessing me with the beat. If you're gonna waste your time with me. Heavy as a crowd, y'all. What up?
Crowd's heavy today. Oh, it's heavy today.
Yeah.
It's heavy today.
I'm with my compadres. I want y'all to give it up for my man Aimz and Brian Seau.
Your boy.
Two times for two guests. Two times for two guests.
Double up.
Double up. 3 or 4 times. I just. All right. Yeah, heaviest crowd, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Lovely Friday we're having. Lovely Friday. I got a lot of stuff to talk about, and hopefully I'm gonna get some of their feedback, some of your feedback, and if not, I'm just gonna ramble on. So, how y'all doing today?
I'm doing very well.
Yeah, y'all just tuning in with my man Aimz and Brian Seau. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's my own ice and ish. I got my own ice and ish. Huh? Yeah, as you can see in the background, I got these fireworks popping off. That was the 4th of July in Steubenville, Ohio. You know, I threw the GoPro out, you know what I'm saying? Let it do its thing for a minute. It didn't bounce down as sharply as I wanted to. It's a craft I'm working on, trying to figure it out. Maybe I need a better camera. Maybe I just need better equipment. It's a slow grind. Slow money's better than no money. You'll find a lot of people will be wasting your time with me. So if you're wasting your time with me, I want to thank you, because this isn't a waste of time. I'm going to try to give you a little bit of knowledge. What's up in the world with y'all right now? Before we go into any subjects, tell me about how y'all feeling yourselves.
Ooh, feeling tired. Been up 24 hours and counting. Can't stop, won't stop.
Nigga drunk sleep. Drunk sleep.
If I got to pull up. What about
Shout
you,
out.
Mr. Seau?
Shout out to our drink sponsors.
Feeling
No.
pretty
You get your mic's not in there. That's the mic. That mic is
But he's picking
He
you
over
up
there,
good,
he
though.
over there talking to the
But
headset.
He's picking you up good, though.
Yeah, it's picking you up good though.
Because for real, I thought that bitch was picking you up. I'm about to say, PlayStation.
Yo, this cat's over here. You know, my third headphone set is a gaming headset, and they got the little microphone that sticks out here. So the whole time, Aimz is over there talking in the mic, and he trying to hold it close to his hand. Like, yeah, I'm
You think you playing Gears of War and shit?
doing all right. So yeah, one at a time. You doing good, Aimz? You doing good, Mr. Seau?
Oh, yes.
As you can see, the bridge is lit up in the background. That's how we do it. We're changing the backgrounds, keep you visually entertained. Is that my phone? Probably. Turn it down.
We have a church. Turn that down.
Praise the Lord. Pass the plate. DelTha510 Baptist Church.
Pay your ties to the Cash App.
Pay your ties to the Cash App. I'll give you a shout out. I want to talk about businesses. I want to talk about people. I want to talk about little local fame. But this is bigger than little local fame. This is national. This is worldwide. I got subscribers from Arizona to Egypt. I want to thank all y'all for tuning in.
Arizona, what up, though?
Arizona, what up, dope? Yeah. So without further ado, one thing. Hold on, let me pull up before I pull up. There was something that I wanted to go over because, you know, people get confused so quickly, you know what I mean? And people come out with memes all the time about it, all right? And they be like, yeah, it be people from Ohio that talk this way, or it be people from Missouri that talk this way, or it be people in your locale that talk this way.
Top this way. Walk this way.
So they be like, you know, there's 3 phrases that we all, you know, a lot of people in the hood talk by. You know, they speak by. And the 3 phrases that I wanted to start off by saying is like, okay, that's dope, you straight, and you good. You know what I'm saying? That's dope, that's straight, and you good. Those 3 terms have many meanings. You know what I mean? We can talk all day about what those meanings are, but we'll take a quick couple minutes. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. Growing up, I used dope all the time. And dope was like more than just the consumption of like drugs or a drug. You know what I mean? It was, that's dope.
Nigga, your mama on dope.
Yeah, your mama on dope. Your mama on dope. That was offensive, right? But like, you take a picture with your homies, and then somebody will comment, yo, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's dope. Like, yeah, that's dope. I like using dope in the positive manner. You know, I know people that when they talk about smoking weed, they be like, yeah, I'm smoking dope.
I be like, nigga, I just fucking crack.
Right.
Right. But you know,
Nigga,
being an
you
80,
smoking dope.
hey, I
You
see
smoking dope.
smoking dope, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, when people was hating, when the older heads was hating on you, they ever said smoking dope? Like, is that nice? That Delta 8, no, it's DelTha510. Yeah. Send you $1. So, yeah, when I was growing up, man, I used that's dope all the time, dope. Like, but I didn't use it in a bad term. You know, and a lot of people got it misconstrued. You know, 80s babies grew up and we had that little term that was going on during the
That's because you had a family member who was strung out on dope.
well, no, because I'm here to defend the positivity of the word. And you know what I'm saying? Because I always use the word dope in a good way. You know what I mean? And you know, people smoking dope.
That's crap. Man.
Right.
What you talking about?
Yeah. Smoking dope, man.
Yeah, I mean, let's say you smoking that crack, you do whatever, but you know, I know people who use smoking weed as dope, like smoking dope. You know? And it's so easily misconstrued unless you use the you know, you use the right tone.
Are you talking about like soda?
Yeah, but that's not one of the things I'm interested in. That's dope is what I'm interested in. Also, you straight? You straight? You straight? You know what I'm saying? People be like, oh, you straight? You know what I'm saying? They could be asking you, are you okay? All the way to, do you need a pack? You know?
Right.
You straight?
I would like a snap back though.
You know, and you got you good.
That's the one. You good?
You good?
You good? Oh, you good?
Yeah, I use those 3 terms all the time, you know, and I normally use them in the positive sense, but a lot of times people will use them in a negative way. They'll be like, yeah, you on that dope, aren't you? And I'm like, no, I'm just dope. I'm just dope. That's all. It's the diggity dope, daddy. So yeah, out of all those 3 terms, what do you think you say the most, guys? One at a time. We don't want to crowd them too much, man. You dope? You straight? You dope? You straight? Or you good? Which one you use the most?
Shoot, the one I use the most is you good? Shoot, that's an everyday use for me.
Yeah, you good.
All right, I got mine and everybody can What up, yo?
Now I understand that, but I'm saying, out of those 3 terms, though, what do you use?
I use dope.
You use dope?
I use dope on it, but I use it as a broad perspective. I use the whole.
Yeah.
That's dope. Do you want dope? What you
That girl's dope. Yeah, I use dope the most. Dope. So you said, J. Aimz, you use?
Good?
Good, you good?
You good? Just make sure you good, man.
Man, you
Yeah.
need some smoke? You good? Somebody get beat up? You good? It got plenty of uses. Shit.
Heard that last bitch you was fucking had some shit, nigga. You good? You good? You alright?
Plenty of uses. Man.
Just asking. You alright?
You've been scratching, I'm just asking. Yeah,
Skitty.
Next up, in the comment section, out of those three terms, if you want to leave what term you use the most, whether you use that's dope, you straight, or you good, leave that in the comment section, along with the like, subscribe, and share button, and the bell notification.
And we know y'all ain't using no condoms either, so don't even try that one.
We was told to be fruitful and multiply, right? Can't multiply with the rubber on, huh?
Kids get hungry. You already see how late they get. That nigga gotta eat every 15 fucking minutes, man. He eats through more food than my truck eats in fuel.
Sleep. Next up, man, so I got this new phone, right? Got this new Galaxy phone, and I got the buds that go with them, pop them in your ears, and you get a text message or something, it'll let you know, say, hey, text message, right? You go and you read your text message or whatever, and like for instance, the other day, homeboy sends me a text, and he says in the text a couple sentences, hey, like, what's going on, this, that, and the third, just want to see if you was trying to get up here next week or so, blah, blah, woof, woof, yakety smack, let me know, if not, it's alright, I understand. Okay, what do you understand about that? I don't know. Okay, whatever. But, so I'm looking at the bottom of the thing, and it already has an answer. Like, you got a couple answers, like, you could say,
A quick response.
yeah, like, oh, I'm good, or it was, I'm down. It was like, I'm good, or I'm down, and I was like, man, that's really weird. Yeah, why couldn't it just say, like, I'm alright with that?
In your Facebook on that.
Let's say, I'm okay with that. Contact me at your earliest convenience. No, it didn't have that. It said, I'm good or I'm down.
You good? One of them three words.
Just weirds me out. They know what I want to say, in a sense. They know what I want to say. Predictive text. It's the sound, I think we spoke about it before, where, I tried to type in BLM, right? And it was an undercase. I was just typing real fast, type BLM. Them motherfuckers uppercased it for me. Capitalized it for me. I hit it, and it was like, nope. Capital BLM. I said, wow. They're really pushing this agenda.
Don't get them started. You're going to lose all your viewers. You're going to get the wrong kind of viewers.
Might have the next show, make them happy again. They don't know what they're doing.
They do not know. So next up, why don't you guys quickly tell me your thoughts about the star power of Tupac? Tell me your quick thoughts about Tupac.
He's the GOAT, the greatest that ever done it. The greatest ever. Man. It's Tupac. I was so young. That's so much behind. Great actor. Man, motivational speaker. Just an all-around good artist. Because the artist is more than music. It's what you're good at. He was good at everything. Man.
Speaking, he was good at speaking. He was good at reaching the crowd. He was, he was passionate. He was saying stuff that people could relate to.
Stuff that we can still relate to in 2021. That's the crazy thing.
True that. What about you, Sam?
Tell you what, though. I like Tupac. Back in the day, but I'll say this right now. That was Death Row's fault for not making him put him in his place as an artist and have him out there thinking he a thug when he ain't a thug, and he should have been in that casino, and the nigga should even got that close to him, even snatching his chain, where he still be alive right now while he out there fighting. You got your #1 star out there fighting. That ain't supposed to happen. Nigga, you got 10 goons with you. You ain't supposed to touch nothing. Ain't nothing supposed to touch you. You ain't supposed to touch nothing. And they let this nigga go out here and act like a nigga. And guess what happened? He may be a star, but the script is the same.
He had a lot of star power. I don't think anybody was trying to snatch his chain or do anything of the sort.
When that Vegas thing?
Oh yeah, our Vegas thing. I don't think it was over
Yes.
a chain being snatched.
Yes. Yes. Yes, it was.
Well, I just was recently watching this part documentary on one of the last surviving outlaws. I want to say it was Mussolini, maybe, that guy, and he was speaking about everything that had happened up to that point and those final moments and such. And he had given his homie like his '62 Impala. He was giving all of his outlaws like his chains and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like, here, pick this up. And he was trying to put some on. He was like, no, I'll take something else. He was really giving in his last days or in the last moments. Rest in peace, Pac, though. He had a lot of star power. One of my more favorite artists, music artists. Without further ado, widespread voter fraud. So, we willing to accept yet that those votes were tampered with? How about you, Els?
I don't care.
You don't care?
He don't care. He'll vote for some pussy, though.
Pussy and black people. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all.
Let me tell you something. Them niggas will do you worse than white people, so be careful.
Hey,
Hey, sure. You ever took your car to a black mechanic?
I just started driving. Shit.
There's a lot of widespread voter fraud going on. You know what I'm saying? It's been throughout the years. We just now getting hip to it because they changed their methods over time. You know what I mean? Some people don't care. Some people don't got time to care. Some people don't want to care. And they think that, they're like, hey, a lot of people say, hey, it doesn't directly affect me. Well, of course, none of the stuff that's on TV doesn't directly affect you because you're not on TV. But so it's all, an indirect cause and effect to your life. But how about this though? How about that Biden came on the other day and was like, yeah, we about to make this this group that's gonna go and chase you down like Jehovah Witnesses, come door to door and say, hey, you got your vaccine? What about that? You hear about that? Oh yeah, so Biden's trying to do this thing where he's going door to door. He wants to get a group together, go door to door, and question you like the census to why you have not gotten your vaccine yet.
You can't have retards like this. I mean, you talk about the man giving the speech. Let's be honest. He was like this, and I believe that when we, that thing, and we're going to get there. I've been to the mountaintop, y'all. Okay, that's a Biden speech, but it's so crazy. It's so sad, man. They use that man. Take one for the team.
That's what the president is.
But his son, I still want to know about that. They fucking a lot of shit on that mountaintop.
He's selling paintings for like $500,000 to people. So he's out there getting money. They didn't give him special terms yet. Hold on, let me go on. So $500,000 he was tooted and zooted.
Man.
Tooted and zooted. You know what I'm saying? Painting these pictures, and now he's selling them for $500,000. But to whom, do you ask? Whom? They don't want to use the term hobbyists anymore. They don't want to use the term insiders, they don't want to use the term for the people.
Bribery.
Bribery. Man, you gonna get us kicked off.
Well, I tell you what though.
What's your thoughts?
He's
selling pictures, $500,000. I can't get nobody to cash at me $1.
But it's funny.
And a crackhead selling pictures for $500K.
Yeah. Joe Biden's son. So we'll also say this. Another thing is funny is you just say who's buying those paintings. Well, the government's now in the process of passing some type of thing where you cannot look and see what another politician's kid is making.
Oh man!
I'm telling you because this is exposed a lot.
Well, I think but here's the thing. I think that's
Hey,
that's the equal side. That's what they give to the people in turn to the people that they gave, because now they're allowing people in collegiate sports to make money. Off their name, off a brand that they're trying to start. So that was like, hey, if y'all athletes want to make money in college, we're gonna allow crackheads to make $500,000 selling pictures to lobbyists that help corporations.
Well, with the sports thing, that's different. The sports thing, that's different. But what he's doing is basically pay to play. Pay to play. You gotta pay my son if you want to play with me. Okay? And then once you pay my son, then that means you get to me. Then once you get to me, then we work out everything you got going on. And then I can go ahead and stop America from producing their own energy. I can go ahead and stop companies from wanting to stay in America. I can get them to leave this country. If that's what you would like to do with your company, we can do that for you. But you got to pay to play.
Pay to play.
Which I would call it really fucking
treason. And yeah, I'm not gonna go into that yet. So yeah, they're not gonna come to my door. They come on to my door. The vaccine's waiting for you.
Oh, do you have a mask on?
They gonna leave Steubenville once they go to one house in downtown. Man,
They start here. They start.
They don't need the vaccine.
Yeah. In other news, though, Rudy Giuliani lost his law license in New York. The District Court of Appeals said that he was threatening public trust, and he was eroding the public confidence of the election. And they're trying to say he had something to do with inciting the Capitol Hill riot.
Oh,
So they took for the cause. He's alleged to do this. He's not been convicted of doing this. He's alleged to do this. They took away his law license in New York to, represent as part of Trump's team in D.C. He's going to be charged with whatever. They're trying to charge him with all kinds of, miscellaneous crimes.
Is this political, Delvin? Is this a political stance against Rudy Giuliani for representing Donald Trump? Is this backlash from the political side of when you try to do something like that for a politician?
Well,
because let me tell you, that's against the law. You cannot use the law for political gain. You cannot do that. That's just like when he wanted to look into Joe Biden, which we all know that's true about the. Him and Obama got out. You seen the video. You ain't getting the $6 billion till you fire that prosecutor. Ask yourself this: why is your vice president so concerned about a prosecutor in Ukraine? Why is the United States vice president so concerned about a prosecutor in Ukraine and he wants him fired so bad? Why? Because his son's on that CEO board. Because they're already being investigated for corruption, but they put his son on the board. $83,000 a month. He can't even speak the language. Never been over there. Knows nothing about natural gas. Pay to play. They got the laptop. And they went to Rudy Giuliani's office. They confiscated everything, right? Giuliani say, "Here, here's $100."
Hey, as long as they find that stimulus check on that laptop, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, it's one more stimmy, huh? that money that they got, that we received from stimulus and such, you know, I'm not an accountant and I don't know numbers all that too well, and I'm not in Congress to be able to tell you where all that stuff. But if you ask me, it came simply from the tariffs that Trump tripled on China. You know, China owns a lot of us, and we don't want to admit that. We ain't try to look at it because we over in America. You know what I'm saying? Somebody across the seas like, oh, they don't own this land over here. You know what I'm saying? This land is our land. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas in the street thinking they own the block.
Fighting over territory that they ain't even theirs. But we have to work to a point to where we own that territory. Yeah, so they say, you know, in the army part incited that Capitol riot, and, you know, DC, took away his law license. And these are all allegations that haven't been, you know, finalized, or he hasn't been found convicted of any of these things.
But they took his law
license.
Hey, that sounds like something China does. When you say something they don't like.
So if you do get your law license taken away, and you have to go to court in said county, country, city, where you're having stuff filed against you, can you represent yourself even though you don't have a law license? Just like that crazy dude down in Jacksonville that represented himself and he killed his family except for his boy, and the boy testified against him. Okay, he'd be able to represent himself in that situation. Practice.
It's all a Democrat thing. Talk about Trump. Put off on that election, which everybody knows it. I mean, the facts are there.
The facts are there that we went to sleep.
But they're keeping those facts secret.
Oh, wait. We passed out that night of the election or whatever. We passed out that night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and Trump was still up. And there was about 4 states left.
Yeah.
And then you woke up the next morning, and he was up in 2 states. He had won the Carolina, won the Georgia, and then Arizona was a wrap too for that, you know. And I think Nevada was another one they was fighting over, you know. But the Democratic cities, you know, are the biggest cities, you know what I'm saying? So
They're doing a forensic audit on Pennsylvania. That's it. We were talking about that yesterday. They're going to do a forensic audit on those votes because sounds like 175,000 of them like came in with like nothing on it. Just, and then they said they were like pristine. Like, you know how you get something in the mail and it's like kind of rough with it?
Mm-hmm.
These motherfuckers, like, they just came clean off the Xerox. And they didn't even have it. Look, they said it didn't even have an ink mark or a pencil mark. It didn't even have a digital mark. Like this thing was put through a machine. Hey, drop these off down here. And I seen the video where they was pulling them votes out from underneath the table and they kicked everybody out. Man.
But what if this is a reverse? What if this is reverse psychology, to where, like, you know, people, you know, there were people that were happy with Trump, and, you know, there were people that weren't happy with Trump. Now, what if they took that and they were like, okay, so this is how we're going to make the rest of those people that didn't like Trump, or we're going to take a portion of those people that didn't like Trump and make them like Trump, because if he runs next election and say, okay, well, there's these group of people that we already got these Trumpers. Like, these Trumpers are over here, they're already going to vote for him. They're going to vote for him even harder next time around, right? But then you got this portion that are undecided, don't like him, or didn't vote for him. And they're going to get a portion of that by making this president seem so bad, and then yet again the election comes around that we don't have any choice but to choose Trump again. You see what I'm saying? Because we're tired of Biden, and then they're going to make us vote for Trump again. You know, and Trump could really not be what is good for us. They just made the only option seem that much better.
Well, I'll say this much right now. Ain't nobody making Joe Biden look bad except for Joe Biden. Second off, Kamala Harris, she's an extreme leftist. You know, and let me tell you something. And when she put that tweet on there, what is it like no wall, this is America, come all, everyone is welcome here type shit. Like, okay, this is the thing. How come if LJ wants to leave this country, he wants to go on vacation with his old lady? Mm-hmm. He's feeling real Caribbean, right? Mm-hmm. LJ, you can't leave. You got to have a passport, and you got to have a COVID vaccine shot, and you got to be tested. Okay, but check this out. But do you want to come to America? Just come up through the border. You don't even need an ID. You don't need a COVID test. You don't need a COVID shot. You can come into America, but you can't leave.
Facts.
You can't leave.
You can come, but can't
I gotta
leave.
have a shot. You can't even go. You can't go nowhere without an ID. These niggas just walked up here, no ID, no nothing. Now let's also take into consideration here.
I don't mind getting tested, but it's the mandatory shot that I'm not for.
Yeah, but they're making it mandatory. But they let these people come in here with no vaccine and releasing them to our country with no vaccine or no COVID test. So that's what you call. They want to keep the crisis up. They want to keep that crisis.
Keep some numbers.
Keep you
like,
scared.
Like this many people done died from the virus today.
Yeah, and I seen an old lady at the pet store one day, and she had a mask on, right? And we were sitting there talking, and I was just like, that's pretty crazy. People wear masks and they've been vaccinated. Like, you're vaccinated. Why are you wearing a mask?
Facts.
And she just came out with it. She's like, I'm just scared. I'm scared. They scared me. I'm terrified. And I was like, that's fucking
Good
sad.
old propaganda.
But and that's sad. Like, you just scared the American people. But guess what? It's easier to control the masses than the American people. But when they ain't got nothing to fear.
9/11.
Yeah, it's easier. Because think how many of our constitutions run to big up with 9/11. It's been getting crazier and crazier. So now, look, but let's really look at the facts here. Now you want your kids to get vaccinated, and these are factual stats that I'm about to tell you. No, there's no reason for a child to be vaccinated because what are the odds that we adults have got it wrong, and then you go ahead and you let your 12-year-old get a shot that, till they find out 10 or 12 years later, they shouldn't have got that fucking shot.
If you have been injected with the vaccine, you are entitled to compensation.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Because you willingly did that shit.
Operation Warp Speed, which is brought to you by Trump, which Joe Biden didn't save America. No, Trump did. That was his vaccine.
I can't take him.
Oh, that was his vaccine. Operation Warp Speed was his vaccine. And when Biden came in there, he took credit for it. Because when he first came to office, he said this. He said, we came in here, and when we first got here, there was no vaccine. Remember that? Because he already dispersed them all. Why are you going to have a stockpile of vaccines when the American people need it? Of course you're going to come in there right now. But the operation is there. So now look what they're doing. And why are we buying vaccines for other countries?
Fuck them.
I mean, ain't this shit free?
If you listen from another country, I'm just playing.
What'd you say? You British playing?
I mean, we do a lot for these countries, and it just doesn't make any sense. Like, for instance, and that's like you were talking about Delvin, like those tariffs from
The
China.
crowd wants to see you, LJ.
The crowd wants to see me.
Show
We
your
want to
face.
see your face.
Show your face. Show your
We wanna
face.
see your face.
You want to see my face? Y'all want to see my face?
Are you not entertained?
Like,
And nigga looking like Bruce Leroy. But
So I had to turn the fireworks off because when I bounced down the footage, I kept the sound in it, so I guess the fireworks was going off in the background while we were talking, so they couldn't hear a lot of stuff. Heavy is the crowd, y'all.
And the
Thank y'all
crowd
for
is
tuning in.
heavy.
how y'all doing tonight?
Give me a like. Give me a like. Give me a share. Give me a subscribe. Hit
You
the
better
bell
give my man
notification.
some money. Hit the Cash App.
Hit the cashy. DelTha510 is the Cash App. DEL
You cut the middleman and
TH.
get the money straight to my man.
to the source. All I'm doing is
Facts.
putting the money right back in the game so I can make
Facts.
these freaking
Game.
things float past us like that.
Game.
Them little stuff that floats past us.
Invest in the city.
Man.
Invest in us.
There's not much conversation for me to have with somebody who doesn't invest in themselves.
Oh, yes. Invest in yourself first and foremost.
Man, you can only get so far off of free.
Facts.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, next subject, man. What we gonna talk about? Oh yeah. Your boy that got murked. Rest in peace to John McAfee. If y'all didn't know, John McAfee's the one that made that
McAfee Security.
McAfee Security.
I know y'all see it on y'all computer right now if you got a laptop.
Yeah, because I be doing this pod and McAfee be popping off all the time. Like, you're not protected. Would you want to accept the risk or seek protection? No, dog, I'm gonna keep rolling like like this vaccine. I'm not gonna get the vaccine.
He said it like this vaccine.
Yeah, if you ain't shared this, shame on you. If you don't sing in the shower, this podcast might not be for you. All right? If you ain't never used a good pair of shoes to cut the grass one time, this pod might not be for you.
I'll see y'all later. I ain't messing up no good shoes.
I ain't too old yet. I haven't cut the grass in New Balances yet. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm working on it.
Sweet.
Yeah, but John McAfee, man, he was murked.
I gotta take a restroom break.
Go ahead, man. You want shout out rotate for a second now? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out rotate. So this guy, excuse me, he suicided himself, they said. They said he suicided himself in a Spanish prison. And if y'all didn't know, he was a millionaire. He was a multimillionaire. He sold his company some years ago. And he took that money, put it in crypto, and ran. He went and got himself a beautiful black Nubian queen and left the country and was like, I'm headed for Belize, where there's clear water and all that good stuff. So he went out there and allegedly, he took he had a gang of bitches with him and some retired officers and, militia type dudes. And he took them with him and he gave them big guns and he was like, I need you to protect me. And he had 8-9 dogs with him, right? And he took these 8-9 dogs with him to Belize. I think it was Belize that he was at. And he was just living there and he had a neighbor. That neighbor had a problem with his dogs, his 9 dogs. And you know what? I'd probably have some issues with his dogs too. You know what I mean? Running around shitting in my yard. You know what I'm saying? Pissing on my tree, barking all times of night. You know what I'm saying? A couple dogs cool, but 9 dogs? How do you corral them?
Ooh, that's funky.
How do you corral that? Anyway, so I guess they had a discussion, McAfee and his neighbor, and he said, hey man, if you don't calm these motherfucking dogs down, I'ma kill these motherfuckers. And McAfee was like, oh yeah, you are? We'll see about that. And I guess he woke up the next day and his dogs was dead, all 9 of them. So I guess in turn, I can't confirm or deny what happened, but the next door neighbor ended up being found not too long after that, murked himself with a gunshot wounds, point blank range. And his neighbor was nowhere to be found. So
You should have
I guess
that antivirus software. Sign
She ain't stopping no bullets.
the antivirus software ain't stopping no lead. So yeah, his dogs got killed. The neighbor ended up getting killed. He went on the run. I guess he got caught. Ended up in a Spanish prison, and then it wasn't too long that he was in that Spanish prison before he ended up suicided. They said he suicided himself.
Just like
we don't
Jeffrey
believe it.
Epstein.
Inside job.
Seems to be a lot of inside job type stuff going on nowadays.
For the big fish. The big fish don't make it to court.
Man.
My thing is, he said he had numerous terabytes of information that he was going to leak if he was to be suicided or turned up missing for an extended period of time that was going to be let out to the group. That information hasn't been let out yet, but he said he got it. Some terabytes of some stuff.
He got a tattoo on his arm that says, if you ever got killed, he was whacked.
No, that was a tattoo that was a play on the joke of his he created a coin called the Whacked coin, and that was a crypto coin that he had started, and
Pump and dump scheme.
yeah,
Funny,
and
he got whacked.
and how much is it's like you want to call it a pump and dump when really that's what it is. You put your money into it, and as soon as you see it grow enough and you want it back, you get it back. You know what I'm saying? People want to call it pump and dump. I just call getting your rocks off.
No sleep.
Yeah. Next up, man, we talk about 3 things here. What we think, what we believe, and what we feel. Okay? And then you got certain things, you got certain laws. You got the law of the land. You got the law of the Lord. And then you got the law of your environment. Unfortunately, I feel like those three laws don't necessarily hand him that cup. Hand him that cup. Those three laws don't always coincide with each other. You know, a lot of people may walk around and be a full-fledged Bible thumper, walk around the hood with a Bible in their hand, always reading it, live by the law of the Lord. And a lot of that stuff won't work for you when you walk through the hood and you got to live through the law of the environment. Because if there's a lot of bullshit going on at night, shootings, robberies, all kinds of crazy shit going on, and
Corny niggas doing corny shit.
Corny niggas doing corny shit. You get caught out with the Bible, they don't care, you know. That law of the Lord.
That's called, ooh, I'm going to get you.
Yeah, that law of the Lord don't pertain to the law of the environment that you're in.
Even a preacher gets robbed around these parts.
You know? Yeah. And the law of the land, you know, you got the law of the land overall, but sometimes that law of the land doesn't coincide with the law of the environment that you're in. Because it say, hey, you know, here in this, you know, here in whatever state I'm in, say, you know, Illinois, New York, you know, those types of states, California, like, hey, you know, you can't be running around with no extendo clip or even a gun for that matter. You can't protect yourself around here with no firearm.
Their murders are up, though.
But,
you can't have a gun,
you know, and that could be the law of the land. But yet the law of the environment says, hey, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. So, you know, that law of my environment supersedes the law of the land. We will spend a lot of time on this earth trying to figure that out. You know, trying to usefully, what's the word I'm looking for? Sometimes we gotta learn which law to live by. You know what I mean? Because as much as we want to use, you know, God overseeing it all, we have to fine tune the way we maneuver and do things and say things and how we act due to our environment and due to the laws of the land. You know, because you can be over in the Mideast and, you know,
Better know them laws.
run around. Yeah, you better know them laws.
Get locked up abroad.
Yeah, your law.
Can't even speak the language.
Your law of the Lord says, hey, man, you can hold hands in PDA in public, but, you know, go over to Mideast and hold a hand of a Arab girl with no hijab on, with no hijab, yeah, and they gonna cut your dick off, your fingers, lock you up, and feed you a whole bunch of pepper jack bites. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna feed you a whole bunch of pepper jack bites until you can't shit no more.
Or they'll lock you up on some trumped up charges. Some bullshit and have you in there for 35 years.
Right.
So it's always good, man, to, you know, adhere to, but also become familiar with those three laws: the laws of the Lord, the laws of your the land, and the laws of your environment. Because as much as we want to all try to follow all three at the same time, it doesn't always work out that way. Heavy is the crowd.
Heavy is the crowd. And heavy is my bladder. I will be right back. We'll be switching gas.
Side out, rotate.
I wanna be your sledgehammer.
I love it.
Why don't you call my name?
Sledgehammer. So yeah, man. I think it's about proper time that I go into the word of the day. Word up.
Hey.
For real though. Yeah. Go ahead, go on a rant before I get this set up.
He wants me to go on a rant. What can I rant to you guys about? Yeah.
I know you've been waiting for this opportunity. Go ahead, tell them how you feel. Tell them how you feel.
You gotta get that border under control. Let all them pedophiles in here. Gotta get that border under control. Let all them pedophiles in here.
Death to all pedophiles.
One thing about the law, no matter where you at, the law is always the same. No to chomos.
No to chomos. Yeah, so, you know, we got the word of the day, y'all. Let's see if we can get this lovely elevator music. Without all these commercials. Hey, if y'all like what's going on, hit the like, subscribe, share, bell notification, leave a comment. Send your boy a buck, Cash App. I'm not gonna be offended if you send your boy a buck. But hey, we all know a buck ain't gonna get you very far nowadays. Just wanna know that you guys are watching, listening, support what I got going on. I haven't checked the chat yet, so anybody who's up in the chat, thank y'all for chatting right now. Oh, the word of the day, though.
I had the time of my life.
The word of the day, guys, is Girandole. Girandole. Girandole is a rotating and radiating firework. Girandole. Kind of like some of that stuff that I was showing you in the beginning, but I guess y'all was caught up by the noises.
Yes.
I had somebody hit me up saying, hey, you can't hear all the fireworks in the background.
Boom.
So, yeah. Girandole. That's a rotating and radiating firework.
Not Geritol. Geritol.
Yeah, heavy as a crowd.
And the crowd is heavy. That song was brought to you by Right Guard.
Nope, it wasn't. It wasn't. They didn't sponsor me.
Right Guard.
They didn't give me no deodorant. They didn't give me no
Bob
shout-outs.
Barker soap.
They didn't give me any Cash App. Go ahead and bless the Cash App. DelTha510. All right. Let's go ahead and check this chat real quick. See where we're at with it. Hey, we got 3 things. Hey, what up, fellas? Love the show. Hey, what up to you, Glenn? Yeah. So, we're going live with it. It's the summertime on Earth in the Western Hemisphere. We feeling good.
Good.
So what do you know?
All I know is this: I'm going on vacation into this August 7th now. I'll be going to August 7th, going to Ocean City, wonderful Ocean City. I don't know.
Is there an ocean there?
I believe so. I believe so. Take the kiddos out there for a little bit of time and bring my ass back to the valley and go right back to work.
Right back to work again.
So.
You don't listen to new music, huh? You keep it old school.
A little bit. I mean, I like Moneybagg Yo, but a little bit. You know how it gets down.
Yeah. I'm stuck in a period of where I want to go next. There's a couple things I want to talk about, but I don't know if I want to save for the next show.
Let's talk about late-term abortion. Let the baby die on the medical table.
Okay, well, here's something about that I feel. Nope, this is what I think. This is what I think, and this is what I believe. I believe if you abort that baby after
She done came out the womb.
That's murder.
That is murder.
While it's I'm pro-choice. Ooh, here's where we get on one side of the fence. I'm pro-choice. Okay? Woman's body, a man can't tell you when and where to create one, but he does have a big influence on it. That Pac said that. The thing about that is, we got some states in present day that don't that they cut the limit off at like 6 weeks. Yeah. Right? Now here's my issue with that. It's not, this is a woman's body that we're talking about. 6 weeks, hey, sometimes I've known women, females, that have been a week late on their period. Okay? So, 6 weeks is really just, a week late on your period. If you really want to think about it, a week, maybe 2 weeks late on your period. So you're never really not giving the woman an opportunity, the chance to make a thought out decision. You don't give them an opportunity to do that. 6 weeks is like, hey, you know, I know women who's been late, you know, a couple weeks. You're not giving them enough time to let them make a healthy decision. Yes, there should be a cutoff. I definitely feel there should be a cutoff on that. What the cutoff is, I feel like, you know, at least we're in the right place by saying the states can decide that. You know what I'm saying? Overall, though, 6 weeks is too soon. You know, if I was to make some sort of law about that, I would say that, you know, 2 months. I say 2 months. You know, anything after 2 months now, you're really, you know, 2 months. You know, once you start getting into the second trimester, they're getting legs, arms, feet, leg, arm, head, all that stuff. Yeah, that's too much. What's your thoughts?
Well, nobody would. No, I mean, I don't want to be. I mean, who wants to? Goddamn, some of these girls out here, like I said before, walking.
What's our opinion
they're
matter anyway?
walking
We're men.
cemeteries. All I know is this, man. Hey, I just don't know how anybody could call themselves a Christian and do something like that. But I'm not the one to throw out anything. But I just know that.
We just want to know your opinion on the abortion thing.
That's it, man. I mean,
What?
I love kids, man. I mean, that's it.
Pro-choice, anti-what? How long? You can't get no more specific than that.
How long you got?
How long you got
Or,
before the cut? What's the cutoff limit?
As soon as the heartbeat starts.
As soon as the heartbeat starts and you get an abortion, that's murder.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if Black Lives Matter, then so do black babies.
Man. Heavy as a crowd.
The crowd is heavy.
What, you seem like you about ready to step out?
I am. I'm about to.
Okay. Well, hey, we gonna cut it right here, man. Throw your face back in the camera one more time so everybody can see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm
Heavy
about
as the
to cut out,
crowd.
too.
You
Yeah.
about to get these jorditas. Like, no, I'm playing.
Yeah, man. Heavy as the crowd.
Hey, and remember, you can't discriminate. You can't turn down a transsexual.
Man.
They call you homophobic. They call that racism. So if you don't you want some boy pussy? Don't you want some boy pussy?
Heavy as the crowd, y'all. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. You got to work to eat and hustle to live. It's your boy DL Malone, your main man, most blind. I'm here with Mr. Seau and Jay Aimz.
Yeah.
Heavy as the crowd. DelTha510 is the Cash App. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you.
Get